Hey guys, it's Crypto. She does it all, a little bit of everything. I am going to do some research on CTE and let you guys know Antonio Brown again blame his craziness acting because of James Harrison. He said James Harrison was wearing an illegal helmet and hit him in the head really hard, and because of that, or since then, he's been acting crazy. He could not control his anger. That's the reason. Again, I am not making fun of anybody that's been playing football. We know it's a tough game. We know people could get hit really hard. But looking at Antonio Brown and his past and his background, you can tell this young man been through some tough crap in his life, and he's problematic. And it happened to be when black people have money, their behavior change. If they have a talent, they feel like the world is theirs and nobody can stop them. And I saw when he removed his shirt on the field, the last game he played, and say he quit. So now, I guess now it's set in, the reality set in, the truth that no other team wants him. I remember saw Mayweather posting a bet on any team that bring Antonio Brown into the team to play again. He would bet some money down that he won't behave bad, he will behave whatever. Let me tell you something. In America, you need to know you black, and if you black with money, it doesn't matter. Stop acting like a fool, because your money cannot save you. Your money cannot save you. Again, stop the madness. You have enough money to live your life comfortably, enjoy your life. Don't be getting yourself in trouble. Don't think people are going to easily forgive you. At the end of the day, you are a black person, whether it's with a degree, whether it's a talent, whether you are an actor, actress, or a football player, basketball player. LeBron James is the greatest of the greatest, and he's still being targeted by hatred. I remember when he moved from Miami to what's that place where he's from? They wrote the N word in his place. So think about it. Somebody who brings so much to the community, so much joy, so much help, and people still find something negative, something ugly to say about him because of his skin color. Can you imagine that? So Antonio Brown, I don't feel bad for you. If you need help, go get help. But don't blame that, your craziness, on James Harrison illegal helmet. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay? I know a lot of people get hurt. A lot of people, at the end of the day, really needs help, because it's a lot of hit in the head. There's a lot of things going on. But to blame all your craziness on this man, come on, give me a break. Anyhow, what is CTE? Chronic traumatic encephalopathy is a brain condition thought to be linked to repeated head injuries and blows to the head. It slowly gets worse over time and leads to dementia, but the right help and support can manage the symptoms. Okay. Again, I am not taking that lightly. But at the end of the day, this man cannot blame this on one of the teammates as if he wasn't crazy already. The guy was already crazy. If anything, it helps him get crazier, but that's not the reason, man. So let me give you more insight on it. It says chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, is the term used to describe brain degeneration likely caused by repeated head trauma. CTE is a diagnosis made only at autopsy by studying sections of the brain. You're still alive, with all due respect. So how can they determine you had the CTE if there were no autopsy done on you? So you see how crazy this sounds already? CTE is a rare disorder that is not yet well understood, CTE is not related to the immediate consequences of a late life episode of head trauma. CTE has a complex relationship with head trauma, such as persistent post-concussive symptoms and second impact syndrome that occur earlier in life. Experts are still trying to understand how repeated head trauma, including how many head injuries and the severity of those injuries and other factors, might contribute to the changes in the brain that resulted in CTE. CTE has been found in the brains of people who played football and other contact sports, including boxing. It may also occur in military personnel who were exposed to explosive blasts. Some signs and symptoms of CTE are thought to include difficulties with thinking, cognition, and emotion, physical problems, and other behaviors. It's thought that these develop years to decades after head trauma occurs. CTE cannot be made as a diagnosis during life, except those where individuals with high-risk exposures. Researchers do not yet know the frequency of CTE in the population and do not understand the cause. There was no cure for CTE. Researchers are currently developing diagnostic biomarkers for CTE, but none has been validated yet. So, Antonio Brown, whether you think people are going to feel bad for you for blaming James Harrison for hitting you in the head, I'm sure you've been hit by different players. Why you chose only one person in specific? Do you have some kind of beef with him, or you're not okay with him? Why you choose this man? And you literally say, blame James Harrison for giving me CTE. I swear, guys, I know it's not funny, but I say, is that a sexual transmitted disease? What this man talking about? So I had to literally go and do some research, because giving you or causing you or making you suffering from it, but giving you as if it's some kind of disease and shit. Like, this shit is funny for real. It's really funny. But since I know there were other players suffering that condition, I'm not gonna make it sound funny. But this man is out of his mind. Symptoms: there are no specific symptoms that have been clearly linked to CTE. Some of the possible signs and symptoms of CTE can occur in many other conditions, and a few people with proof CTE signs and symptoms have included cognitive, behavioral, mood, and motor changes. Cognitive impairment, difficulty thinking, cognitive impairment, memory loss, problems with planning, organization, and carrying out tasks, executive function, behavioral changes, impulsive behavior, aggression, mood disorder, depression or apathy, emotional instability, substance misuse, suicidal thought or behavior, motor symptoms, Parkinsonisms, motor neuron disease. CTE symptoms don't develop right after a head injury, but experts believe that they might develop over years or decades after repeatedly head trauma. Experts currently believe that CTE symptoms appear in two forms: in early life between the late 20s and early 30s. The first form of CTE may cause mental health and behavioral issues, including depression, anxiety, impulsivity, and aggression. The second form of CTE is thought to cause symptoms later in life, around age 60, and you are not 60. These signs and symptoms include memory and thinking problems that are likely to progress to dementia. The full list of signs to look for in people with CTE At autopsy is still unknown. It is unclear what kind of symptoms, if any, CTE may cause during life. Life is known right now about how CTE progresses. Mr. Antonio Brown, I have brought your diagnosis to you, the meaning of it. I'm not sure who told you that you had CTE. This is an autopsy they do when the person passed away. So how would you know you have that if you are still alive? This is crazy by itself. And again, I don't take this thing light. I go do my research and I brought it to you guys. It is up to you to decide what is it talking about. Can this be serious? Can this be as crazy as, you know what? It is what it is. Take it for a grain of salt and form your own opinion. Again, I'm here to bring you everything, a little bit of here, there. At the end of the day, you are to make your own decision, your own conclusion on what's going on around the world. It's my job to just bring it to you. I'm just doing my part. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it could be really serious, like Michael Saylor's calling Bitcoin shit, calling Bitcoin the F word. That cannot get out of my head. May God bless you all. Subscribe. Bye.